Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I am Mega400, and we are going to be heading off to the Elder's house later. Because right now, we have to head down this way. To do some side stuff that we don't need to do, but because I already know this game, I'm going to do it because I can. After killing these blue soldiers that I just took care of. The soldiers aren't that really bad. It's kind of annoying though when you have their sword in the way. It'd be nice if they just didn't have a sword. Then again, then they wouldn't be able to guard against the marauders or intruders or I don't know. What kind of soldiers? Again, I guess they're possessed by evil, but what soldiers just wander around the countryside, like in this great of numbers? Like, you know, that's like a dictatorship. Which, again, I guess it is a dictatorship. I can't really point out illogical things when there really is logic behind it. So, here is a fairy. This is one of the fairies that will, fairy fountains. If you go here, they will fill your hearts, and you're gonna need it occasionally because, I mean, the game gives you hearts pretty quick, but at the same time, the enemies can do quite a bit of damage to you, so you're gonna need quite a bit of, you know, having extra hearts is never a downside. I mean, other Zelda games, it's not nearly as important because even with 3 hearts, like, they won't, like, that guy, he did 1 heart of damage to me. That usually doesn't happen in Zelda games. Usually it's like maybe a half a heart, a quarter of a heart. No, these guys do a whole heart of damage to you. And here we have, technically I don't know if you're supposed to go in here yet, but you can, using bombs, which I stupidly, as you saw, just, dropped in a hole. I don't know why I just did that. That was dumb. But yeah, you can throw bombs at these guys. I don't think you can hit them with the... I don't think using the boomerang will do anything, and the mushroom and the bug catcher net won't do anything either. There is an item we'll be getting soon, though, however, which might be able to hurt them. But yeah, here we have this guy who will give us rupees, which is a secret to everyone. And yeah, I said, like, don't worry about rupees because we get, or I don't know if I said that, but yeah, don't worry about rupees in this game because they're really easy to come by. It's not that hard to get rupees because there are a lot of areas where you can get tons of them, and you don't need that many rupees. It's not like rupees are you know, super necessary. Not to mention the fact that even if you can't find like good bunches of rupees, enemies will drop them eventually. It's not that, you know, most other games it's not that hard to earn rupees. There are some that it's harder to earn them than in others. It also depends on how much you need rupees for. Of course, in this game, you can only go up to 199 for your wallet. The Spirit Tracks, or no, not even Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, Wind Waker as well. No, I think Wind Waker has a limit, but it's a really high limit. It's like 2,000 or something. But Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks have no limit. But it's a little harder to get rupees. Keyword is a little bit. It's not that hard, much harder. In fact, if you sell stuff, you can easily earn rupees, but it depends on whether or not you want to sell them, because like in Spirit Tracks you use those things to get train parts. Spoiler alert, there's a train in Spirit Tracks. So if you bomb this wall, we have an ice cavern. Oh look, a treasure chest. It's the ice rod. Isn't this a bit early to get an ice rod? Possibly. Though the ice rod really isn't that useful. I mean, I don't find myself ever using it that often, to be honest. But it's nice to have, and you can. Several people mention, oh look, there's a cave east that has a special item. It's not like, you know, it's a secret. Several people mentioned it, getting it, so it's not like you. It's not like you need it. It's not necessary, but it's kind of like it's not like your sequence breaking by getting it this early, because again, people encourage you to get it this early. So I mean, you're gonna deny you're gonna say the NPCs are wrong in telling you to get something. And yeah, I caught a fairy. I can put him in my bottle, and whenever I die, the fairy will automatically revive me, which is pretty awesome for a fairy to automatically revive you. So while we are walking back, or walking towards our next destination, oh, what else can I talk about? I don't know, not much has been going on. Well, a lot has been going on, but not anything of grave importance. I think the word grave importance is pretty awesome. I recently bought Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 was pretty. It's quite different from Pikmin 1. It's not different in a bad way. You know, it's a game that basically it's difficult, but you can easily make it easy due to how broken the purple Pikmin are, as well as the fact that you can basically reset anytime you mess up, you know, one floor of a cavern. So it's definitely a game that has quite a bit of flexibility. And there's some Octoroks. Octoroks are kind of designed odd in this game. But yeah, I'm enjoying Pikmin 2. I kind of enjoyed Pikmin 1 because I like the whole you know, time strategy of it. But Pikmin 2 is great as well, and it definitely has a lot more variety than Pikmin. It's a lot more full of stuff than Pikmin was. So here we have this witch. This witch is, I believe, Maple, but I don't think they give her a name in game. If you have the mushroom, you can give it to her, and she will make you something, which we'll come back later to get. But it's I'll just say it's magic powder. Magic powder is a special kind of powder that when you sprinkle it on certain enemies, it will transform them or do something to them, and it will come in not important, but it's quite useful for a certain enemy known as a bubble. I believe it's a bubble. But if you hit the bubble, no, it's not bubble. The bubbles are the flying skulls. It's anti-fairy, I believe is its name actually. Yeah, odd. But if you hit an anti-fairy with the powder, it will turn it into a fairy, which is quite useful because the anti-fairies can't die any other way. So I definitely would pick up that powder as soon as possible. I think if you leave and come back, she'll give you the powder right away. But for now, we're just gonna head on to where the Elder is. So there's no real point in you know, waiting around. It's not like I need the powder. It could be useful in this next area, but it's not necessary. This next upcoming area is pretty simple. And yes, spoilers, there is a temple coming up. Obviously, the Zelda series is quite famous for its temples, as that's usually what most of its gameplay is comprised of. Going through areas to get to the temple, going through the temple to get to the boss, killing the boss, leaving, and then going to the next temple. You know, not that, you know, that can get stale after a while, but you know how you mix it up is you add a little bit more overworld gameplay, which I think they've been doing a little bit more lately, but not, you know, people complain when like Wind Waker had that, but to be fair, yeah, Wind Waker was mostly sailing. Though the sailing really wasn't that bad. It was a lot worse when people made it out. People made it out to be a lot worse than it actually was. So here we have a little house, and turns out it is the Elder's house. That is the Elder. He is Saharasa la 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 la, the village elder and descendant of the 7 wise men. I am surprised a young man like you came in searching of the Sword of Evil's Bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legend says only the hero who has won the 3 pendants. 3 pendants. That sounds familiar. As a test, can you retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more about the legend and give you a magical artifact. So yeah, 3 pendants. Sounds like 3 pearls, 3 sacred, or 3 stones, 3 precious metals, 3. Yeah, you get the picture. 3 is usually a magical number in the Zelda games, and in life for that matter. But 3 is usually a magical number in terms of you have to get 3 of three fused shadows. You have to get 3 of something to be able to, you know, usually it's the Master Sword, actually. Usually it's the sword. You have to get 3 things and you get the sword. Or a powerful sword. Usually it's the Master Sword. But yeah, usually that's usually how it works. Or, I guess in the case of Wind Waker, it grants you the ability to attempt to try and get to... Technically, you don't really directly get the sword from that, but no spoilers. Yeah, that's... I'm almost out of time, so this has been Maker4Hunter reminding you the next time we'll be going to the first temple. See ya!